To me, a test of a leader is, are you willing to do the right things in the face of intense criticism and opposition? Are you willing to stand all alone for what's right, even when it may not be popular in the moment? And I viewed it as my duty to care more about saving the jobs of the people that I represented than trying to protect my own political hide or protecting my job as governor. And so that's what we did.
I spoke to several attendees about the fight for the Republican presidential nomination. What do you make of the fight between Trump and DeSantis on Disney? What do you think of that?
Well, I just don't buy into that. You know, it's all just political.
What do you make of Ron DeSantis, the nickname that Trump gave DeSantis?
I don't appreciate, the name calling, like in the elections. To me, DeSantis is the policies, Trump policies, without the some of the baggage.
What do you make of the current fight between Trump and DeSantis?
So they're very similar people, very similar candidates. However, they both have two different agendas that they're trying to push. And I think the fight's awesome. Trump wants to re-win, and DeSantis is a winning man. So this is going to be very interesting, especially in the next upcoming year.
Are you supporting DeSantis in the primaries?
Probably. I don't know yet. I also like Trump. I don't like that they bash each other, but I wish, that's politics. But I like that I think DeSantis comes with less baggage than Trump.
What do you make of the fight between Trump and DeSantis?
I don't think there is a fight. I think they're just both strong competitors, and they'll compete against each other very well.
DeSantis will continue traveling the Hawkeye State today before heading to New Hampshire, where he's scheduled for 4 different stops tomorrow. Back to you.
All right, Leonardo Feldman, thank you. And now let's bring in someone who has his ear to the ground in Iowa, managing editor of the Iowa Star, Matt Riddle. Matt, what is the feeling in the Hawkeye State today? Lots going on there.
A lot of attention paid to the Hawkeye State today and in the coming months ahead, of course. This week, obviously, we've got the two titans, the heavyweights, and Ron DeSantis, Florida governor. And then, of course, the former president, Donald Trump, is here tomorrow with a slate of events around the Des Moines area. And then it's just one candidate after another, wrapping up on Saturday with U.S. Senator Joni Ernst roast and ride, where you're going to see presidential hopefuls ride in on Harley Davidson. So we've got it all here in the kickoff caucus state.
What does it take to win the voters of Iowa? And when I ask that, your process, of course, isn't just vote, vote, vote. It's caucusing, so that you have to get people to vote for you. And if you don't have enough, the next round they go to somebody else, and it's got to grow that way. What can DeSantis do to take some of the votes away from Donald Trump, who looks like he's still strong there?
2 words: be here. Iowans appreciate their candidates coming to the state. The retail politics. That's why it's so important. It's important for the candidates to test out their messages, to test out who they are as candidates, and to survive the scrutiny, which is daily here in the state of Iowa and New Hampshire, the first caucus and primary states. You've got to be here. You've got to engage in retail politics. And Ron DeSantis, so far, has got that. I know Donald Trump will be here quite a bit, and so will the others.
Matt, in Governor DeSantis' speech last night, he responded to the barbs that former President Trump has been throwing at him. Here they are.
If you say Cuomo did a better job with COVID than Florida did, first of all, that's not what he used to say. This is like new. Like 6 months ago, he would have never said that, right? He used to say how great Florida was. Hell, his whole family moved to Florida under my governorship. Are you kidding me? So some of this stuff, I think, is, look, if someone is saying that, I'm gonna counterpunch. I'm gonna fight back on it. I'm gonna focus my fire on Biden, and I think he should do the same. He gives Biden a free pass.
Yeah, a different DeSantis maybe from who we're used to seeing, but also in many of the voters who were interviewed by Leo Feldman, they said, we're sick of the fighting. We're sick of the attacks on each other. But it seems like we're going to see a whole lot more moving forward. How will DeSantis handle that?
Now, it's here to stay, and we've seen just the first round of Ron DeSantis reacting now as campaign presidential candidate Ron DeSantis. When he was selling books and here in Iowa in early March, there wasn't a reference to Trump. There was a good deal of appreciation for the Trump policies, the Trump agenda. That's starting to change now. And of course, we know that Donald Trump is in it for the fight, and things are going to get intense. So Iowa, New Hampshire, United States of America, you ain't seen nothing yet.
All right. Matt Kittle, the Iowa Star, thank you for bringing us the latest from your state. We appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.